Okay, good morning students. Today we are back with our new session for the class 7 computer science. Okay, in the last lesson we have studied about the number system. Now we are going to start our fourth chapter, that is the computer viruses and their effects. Okay, within this lesson we will study about the topic which we will cover is what are computer virus and different types of viruses, symptoms, symptoms of virus infection, and its prevention measures to be taken, and what is firewall, what is antivirus software. Okay. So these are the topics we are going to cover within this chapter. The first one is computer virus and types of viruses, symptoms of the computer viruses, then prevention measures which can be taken to prevent the system to be get infected from the virus, then what is firewall, and at the last the antivirus software. Okay, so let's start the our session. So first of all, what is virus? Okay, or you can say what is computer virus. Okay. What is the computer virus? The virus is a Latin word. The virus word is generally taken from a Latin word which means poison. So it is a Latin word means poison. Okay, the virus itself stands for it stands for vital information resource. Information resources under C. So the what is computer virus? It is the Latin word means poison, and it stands for vital information vital information resources under C. Okay. The, generally, the computer viruses refers to a program that is secretly introduced into a system. Okay, secretly introduced within the system. That means without the knowledge of the user. It is introduced into the system without the knowledge of the user or owner of the system, and in order, its motive is to corrupt or destroy the data. Okay, its motive is to corrupt or destroy the data. It infects the computer negatively by altering the way it how it affects the system in the negative perspective by altering the way the system works. Okay, then without the user knowledge or the permission. Another thing, it is spread from one system to another, and it does not stand alone but needs a host file or program to replicate. So, what are the viruses? Introduced without introduced within system without the knowledge of user. Okay, its motive is to corrupt or destroy the data. Another important thing, it it alters the way in which system works. Work, work. Okay. Then another thing is it needs a file or program to replicate itself. It needs a file or program to replicate itself. So, what is a computer virus? It is a Latin word means poison. It generally means the poison, and it stands for vital information resources under sea, and it is introduced within the system without the knowledge of the user, and its motive is to corrupt and destroy the data and alter the way in which the system perform its task, and it always needs a file or a program to replicate itself, and it is spread from one system to another system. Okay. Now, so this is how what is the computer virus is. Clear? Now, types of viruses. What are the different types of viruses? Types of virus. There are basically many different types of viruses are there. Okay, but here we will discuss only the few important viruses, types of viruses. The first one is the boot sector virus. First one is boot sector virus. It, so it mostly affects, it mostly infects, infects the master boot record or BIOS of the system. System is stored on floppy disk or hard disk. Floppy disk or hard disk. Okay. So the boot sector virus, it infects the boot sector of the system. The bootable files, which are generally stored on the drives of the hard disk, are being infected by the boot sector viruses and exit. How it affects? It infects the boot sector of the system executing every time the system is booted. Whenever you boot the system, it executes itself, and before operating system, and it executes itself before every time the operating system is loaded. It infects other bootable media like floppy disk. It also, as well as the hard disk, it also affects the floppy disk. It affects the floppy disk. Clear? Next one is the file viruses or the program virus. File or program virus. The file or program virus. It mostly affects or infects the application program, application programs, and its file. Application program and its file. The file viruses, this type of virus infects the system. This type of virus infects the system by appending itself to the end of the file. Okay, it up how it affects it appending itself to the end of the file, and it changes the start of program. It changes the start of the program. Whenever you try to open the program, the control directly jumps to the virus code. The control of the program, whenever you try to open the program which has been infected by the program virus or the file virus, it directly, the control jumps to the virus code, and after executing its own code, the control returns back to the main program. Okay, so every time when you try to open any infected program or the application by the program viruses or the file viruses, what happens? As you start, it it executes its own code, and then the control returns back to the main program, and its execution is not even noticed, and you can't notice the execution of the program virus. Its execution is not even noticed, and it is also called parasitic virus because it leaves no file intact but also leaves the host functional, and afterward it you can perform your task easily there. Okay, clear? Now the third one is macro virus. It generally infects the file created by using Microsoft Office. The macroviruses generally infect the files created by using the Microsoft Office application programs like Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Okay, and unlike the most viruses which are written in low level languages, as the other viruses mostly they are written in the low level language as a machine language or the assembly language, the macro viruses are generally written in the high level language like Visual Basic. It is the macro viruses are generally written in using the Visual Basic, and these viruses are triggered when a program capable of executing a macro is run. Generally, the macro is a feature available in Microsoft Office. Generally, as you know, the macro is the feature used mostly in the Microsoft Office. So it is the virus gets automatically gets triggered when a program capable of executing a macro is run. And for example, you can see a macro virus can be contained in a spreadsheet file. As we discussed, it can infect Excel programs, Excel spreadsheet, Microsoft Word programs. Okay. Now the next one is polymorphic virus. The fourth one, polymorphic virus. The polymorphic virus, a virus signature is a pattern. Generally, the virus signature is a pattern that can identify a virus. It is a series of bytes that make a virus code. Okay, it is a program code. So, in order to avoid the detection by the antivirus, the polymorphic virus change each time it is installed. The polymorphic virus, it changes every time, every time when it is installed, installed in a new system. Whenever it gets enters into the new system or the new host, every time as it gets within the new host or the new system, it changes its virus signature or it changes its signature so that it can't be detected. And why it changes? To avoid detection so that the virus can't be detected. Okay, the functionality of virus remains same, but its signature or identification changes. Okay, and by doing so, by changing the virus signature by changing the virus signature, the function of virus remains same, but remains same, but the identification identification is changed. Okay, the polymorph here, the polymorphic virus, whenever it enters into the new system, it changes its own identification. The functionality of the virus remains same, but in order to avoid its detection by the antivirus software, it always changes its virus signature or its virus definition or its form, but the function of the virus remains same. Okay. Next is encrypted. Encrypted virus. The encrypted virus, in order to avoid the detection by the antivirus, this type of virus exists in encrypted form. It carries the decryption algorithm along with it, and so the virus first decrypts and then executes. Okay. The Now you can see the polymorphic virus and encrypted virus both can change its form but can't be easily avoided. But the difference is that the polymorphic virus used to change its virus signature, whereas the encrypted virus remains encrypted, and once it enters into the new host system, it first of all decrypts itself. That is, that means it decodes itself and then it executes within the new system. Okay. Then the next one is stealth virus. The stealth virus, it is very tricky virus as it changes the code that can be used to detect it. It is very tricky virus as it changes the code that can be used to detect it. Hence, the detection of virus becomes very difficult. For example, you can say it can change the read system calls such that whenever user asks to read a code modified by virus, the original form of code is shown rather than infected code. Okay? It so suppose any file is being affected by the stealth virus, and if you generally what happens when the virus infects any file, and when you try to execute the particular program or the file, the corrupted file will be displayed in front of you or the error message is displayed. But the stealth virus is very tricky, and whenever you try to execute or run any file or the program which is infected by stealth virus, it gives you the original form of code. It gives you the original form of code rather than showing the infected code. So it is running on the background and the user cannot identify the stealth viruses. Uh, Another example type of virus is multi parotid multi-parotid virus. This type of virus is able to infect a multiple part of system, including the boot sector of the system, memory, and the file. This makes it difficult to detect and contain. Okay. So what is the multi-parotid virus? It it can affect. Till now, whatever we have discussed, some of them are only capable of affecting the boot sector file or boot sector record. Some are only affected the Microsoft Office programs or the applications. Some of them are affecting the program or the file virus. But the multi-parotid virus, it is capable of affecting the multiple parts of the system, including the boot sector, memory, and the file. Okay. Now, some of the other malware or the threats we can discuss about the worm. What is worm? What is worm? The worm is a malware program that duplicates itself. It always duplicates itself and it does not need any host file to attach to it. Worms can spread very fast and it is and in great number. Okay, the worm, the major, it is a self-replicating program. It is self-replicating program does not need any host file. It does not need any host file. Okay, and so the major difference between the virus and the worm is that worm does not attach itself to other existing programs as the virus do. Okay, the most important difference between worms and virus is that the worm does not need any host file or the program to get attached to it as the virus always needs it. The virus needs the medium to spread. The worms spread across the network due to poor security of the infected computer. Once any computer is infected and it finds any fault or any poor security of the system within the network, then it spreads from one system to another. Clear? The another one is Trojan horse. Trojan horse. The another one is Trojan horse. The Trojan horse is a program that appears to be beneficial at the first glance. Whenever you see it appears very beneficial to you, but actually it damages the computer once it is run. But actually it damages the system when it runs. They can steal the information from the computer. Okay, Trojan can damage your system in different manners, like corrupting and encrypting the file, copying fake links which lead you to the fake website, opening and closing the CD-ROM automatically, restarting the computer, randomly shutting down the system, slowing down your computer, automatically taking the screenshot and logging, and lastly, the logging the keystrokes to steal the information such as password and credit card numbers or some important information, ID, password from your system. Okay, so what is the Trojan horse? It is a program that appears beneficial. It appears beneficial at first glance, but actually turns or actually damage the system, damage the system as it runs. Okay, and the what are the ways how it damages the system? Like corrupting or encrypting the files, copying the fake links which lead to the false website, opening or closing the CD-ROMs automatically, restarting the computer or randomly while working, it shuts down, sometimes it shuts down the system, or by slowing down the processing of the system, taking the screenshot automatically and logging the keystrokes which can record the key key the pressing of the keys or the keystrokes by the user to steal the information like user IDs and passwords and your credit card details or your banking details from the system. Okay, clear? So this is for this is all about the this session. We have discussed here what are the computer viruses and what are the different types of viruses. We have discussed here about the different viruses like boot sector virus, then file or program virus, macro virus, polymorphic virus, stealth virus, multivariate viruses. Then we have discussed about worms and the Trojan horse. In the next session, we will discuss about the different forms of virus attacks, how the viruses or in which forms the viruses generally affect or attack, then the symptoms of the virus infection and then its prevention, and we will discuss lastly about the antivirus system. Okay, till that time, thank you and have a nice day.